Hello and Happy New Year, my fellow patriots. I am Bradie Whetham, and over the next few weeks, I'll be taking a look at the reported stats of victims and incidents as it pertains to human trafficking in Canada. From what I've gathered in my own research, these numbers don't seem to add up. The Statistics Canada reports compared to the Global Slavery Index are extremely different, and I really want to know why. Let's break down some of these reported numbers and see how much of a disconnect is actually here. So, the provincial level case counts as of 2024 reported to you by Statistics Canada. These are the numbers of incidents reported by police in 2024 for the provinces. Ontario, 374. Nova Scotia, 48, which is the highest rate and substantial count relative to the population. Prince Edward Island, 5. New Brunswick, 17. Saskatchewan, 23. These figures are police reported incidents, which can include multiple victims or connected offenses with a single police file. That means hundreds of people could be labeled inside of one file. That count does not represent the full scope of trafficking in Canada. Most of these cases never actually reach the police. The Global Slavery Index produced by Walker Free and their partners estimates that tens of thousands of people in Canada are currently living in modern slavery, which includes trafficking, forced labor, debt bondage, and similar exploitation. Far more of the police reported cases, they just don't actually match this. 608 compared to thousands. One frequently cited figure from such an estimate is around 69,000 people in Canada in modern slavery conditions. That to me seems insane. Modern slavery is a broader category. It's more than just trafficking alone, but trafficking does seem to be the major component. So why is the gap so large? Human trafficking is intrinsically hidden because victims are controlled by traffickers. They're isolated socially and economically. They fear criminal justice involvement and they don't want to be part of the justice system. They may be moved frequently or kept invisible. They may be reluctant and unable to report to these authorities because of those things cited above. I'm going to segue for a second, and there's a reason why. I do not understand if this is just a seller to buyer and buyer to seller relationship. In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, when VHS and beta tapes and home entertainment was becoming a big thing, you started seeing a massive rise of adult film stores in major cities. The blacked out windows, the neon signs, and that all kind of disappeared. There's a few here and there, but most of it disappeared. The internet, we can probably blame that. It's a little bit more readily accessible to go on the internet and partake in those kind of things. So a lot of those stores disappeared. Then the gray cannabis market, just follow me for a second. The gray cannabis market popped up. We knew it was going to be legalized in Canada. The medical program was already valid and going. But we knew that these stores were going to come. They were going to be federal. And there was a gray market for a few years where people opened up their stores. And those stores used to look like those adult film stores. Windows painted out, kind of in a back alley. More or less, you'd see an abundance of them in these major cities and downtown cores. Then that disappeared. You know, things like in Ontario, the OCS took over and across federally here in Canada, every province kind of opened up their own market. So you've seen a lot less of these gray stores. These gray market stores still exist, even still to this day, but they're few and far in between. Those buildings that used to have the adult, and not the same ones, but we'll make a comparison here. Those buildings that used to be adult film stores that ended up turning into cannabis stores are now a new thing. Massage parlors. Massage parlors are on the rise here, specifically in Ontario. There are 700 illicit massage parlors registered in Canada. 200 plus are in Ontario. The Macdonald-Laurier Institute has basically put that out, and they've said it numerous times over numerous years that this is a thing that just keeps happening and nobody's really stopping it. 75 erotic massage listings in Ontario alone. That's the data set from Rentec Digital. So there's 75 that are technically registered. Numerous unlicensed parlors operate at any given time in these cities like Hamilton, Toronto, London, and are often not documented in public databases. So you're not going to find out. 75 registered means that there's probably 150. In Hamilton, officials reported the knowing of 8 to 10 unlicensed body rub parlors at any given time, acknowledging that more exist and they're just not publicly documented. So reports from Toronto's municipal license data, they show 410 licensed holistic centers, with the city analyzing those and finding that 168 of them appear to be offering unauthorized services. What does that mean? We're going to dig into that over the next few weeks, but I think we all know what that means. It's highlighting that many licensed wellness businesses operate in a gray zone where they may be de facto illicit massage parlors. Is this an actual thing that's happening right now? Are we seeing an increase of these massage parlors and holistic centers fronting? Because this is a way to deal with these large numbers, 69,000 if you listen to the Global Slavery Index, 69,000 human trafficked cases. Where are we putting them? It sounds like the massage parlors might be a place that they're ending up. Join us over the next couple of weeks as I take time to really break this down. I'm going to bring in everything from people as part of the judicial system to talk about this, regional police, and even people that partake in this business to pay their bills. I want to find out why these numbers are so disconnected. We have 608 police reports in 2024. That's Statistics Canada. The Global Slavery Index says it's more like 69,000. Am I wrong? Am I right? If you have an opinion, please put it in the comment section below. We're here to educate ourselves. We're here to educate you. We all want to learn together. I've been Bradie Whetham. We'll see you soon.